I just wish Julio would go to the AFC. But if he's going to the NFC West, we got to make sure we get him, because it almost ends up being an arms race. Because I know how good a job Sean does, I know how good of a job Pete does, I know how good of a job Cliff does, and everyone's got quarterbacks. So I'm not. That's actually the most frustrating thing for me. I always say, let's do it the right way, which there's no right way or wrong way, but like, you don't want to have to risk your future to compete in 1 year. And that's the hardest thing about being in our division, because I know how Sean rolls. It's very similar to me. And I can see the other two guys in our division. So it's Julio would have helped everybody, but you know what it's doing to your organization for that year and for the years to come. And that's a really risky thing. But man, if Sean's getting them, I'm going to risk that. And I know that's how he thinks. That's how we all think. Because you gotta compete with your division first. And I know the coaches, I know the quarterbacks, I know the organizations in our division are really competing that way. And that's what makes it tough.
Yeah, that's the thing, Peter, I would say, and Kyle and I have talked about this a lot. You know, we both are competitors and love it, but the one thing that you miss out on being in the same division are the ball conversations that you'd love to have that we had when we worked together. Like, that's the one thing when Matt was in Tennessee for a year, you know, when we were working together, when Kyle was working with him, but then when you go to another AFC, you know, cross conference, you're not going to play him, you know, you can have different levels of dialogue that, you know, Kyle and I, we're seeing each other twice a year. And that's what sucks is, yeah, it's weird saying now 15 other games. That's going to be eerie, but that's the thing that you just wish, like, you're like, man, it's so fun. And we're competing against each other, but the conversations and the level of dialogue just about ball and philosophies and kind of how things have evolved, you have to be a little bit more guarded. And that's not fun, because that goes against our nature when you get together and you want to have a couple drinks and talk some shit to one another and have fun. And it's still like, all right, well, when the schedule comes out, you know, maybe he forgot about that little tidbit I threw in late in the night at the combine, but it's fun, but it's a shitty part of it.
And it's the mind mess it is, that tidbit he threw it at the combine. Was that a tidbit he didn't mean to say, or did he mean to say it, which is it was a lie that he's trying to mess with me on. So like, it's like, all right, I'll just talk to him next year.
Yeah.